So on the FGA then, it's a column level auditing within Oracle using the package, the DBMS FGA that's supplied. With that, if you want to view the audit trail of the DML activities, you would use the DBA GA audit trail. With that, the procedures that are allowed in the package are the add policy, disable policy, drop policy, and the enable policy. And we've kind of touched on these in our discussion already. These are just the parameters that you can use with the add policy. With that, then you can pass the schema for the object name, likewise the policy name, a certain condition of for the audit column, and then a handler for the schema, the module, and then the statement types. So using the data manipulation, then you can record the data changes on the table, and it's going to keep track of the account that made the change, the date and the time. The before or after value of the columns are not recorded with this. So doing this, you're going to use any user other than the system or the sys with the privileges that are available to create tables, sequences, and triggers. You're going to create the auditing table and then the sequence object. And then you will create the trigger that's going to record the DML operations, and then go through and test to make sure that you have it set up. We will be doing something similar to this in our labs. Of course, we need to record any application errors, and that allows us to go back and see what was happening, analyze it. With that, then business requirements are going to mandate that you keep an audit trail of all the application errors. You're going to have a repository that's consisting of a table and then a methodology for your application. Now, I've made mention of stored procedures that are set up with PL/SQL, and it's a very important method for implementing the business rules. When you look at the security modes, you're looking at either invoking rights for the procedure that's executing using security credentials of whatever's calling the procedure, and defining rights that would be the procedure that is executing using the security credentials of the owner. So you've got the invoking rights of what's calling it, and then the definer rights that's actually associated with the procedure itself. To do this, you would go through and create a new user. You would select the user with the create table and procedure privileges, populate those tables, then create a store. So we've looked at two approaches for the DML auditing. One is to set up the audit trail for the DML activities. We can go through and register all the calling values before and after the DML statement. With that, we're looking at column level auditing. We've also discussed the fine-grained auditing. When we look at triggers, then we're looking at stored procedures that are automatically executed. Oracle has the 6 DML events, which take into account the insert, the delete, and the update. You have your triggering or your timing with the before and the after, and these can be used in the combination with multiple triggers depending on what you're firing on. So your triggers are going to execute in order. User triggers, the data dictionary views. It's going to show all the triggers that have been set up. Your fine-grained auditing is going to allow generation of audit trail of DML activities. It's capable of auditing columns or tables, and with that, Oracle supplies a package called DBMS FGA. With that, then the PL/SQL stored procedures security modes have the invoke rights and then the definer rights, so it looks at the rights of what's calling the procedure, and then it has the rights of the owner. We will be working with this more in our lab, so this will give you an overview of where we're going with this.